Antonio. What I do, I sell 5 gallons, line detergent, that's $30. It's called white labeling. I purchase products in bulk from the actual manufacturers that you purchase by brand name out the store, and I just have to white label them, which is package them in my own label and name, but it's the same product. I sell the 5 gallons of line detergent for $30.
Corporate needs you to find the differences between this picture and this picture.
Okay, I already see one. Give him. Okay.
It's comparable to Gain, compared to Tide. I have comparable to Dawn dishwashing liquid. I have comparable to Fabric Softener. So the 5 gallon buckets be $35. This right here is the gallons, which is 128 ounces for $10, which is an overly competitive price.
They're the same picture.
Yes, Costco literally signed agreements with leading national brands like Huggies and Starbucks to manufacture products under the Kirkland signature name. You can buy a pack of 40 Duracell batteries for $18.99, or you can buy 48 Kirkland batteries made by Duracell for the same price, which is actually the case for many off-brand products.
Price comparison to some of your Fortune 500 stores compared to a small entrepreneur like myself, and how we choose to empower people who decide to run the prices up on us and at our own expense. $128 ounces, Tide line detergent, comparable to Tide. Save money, keep it clean.
I just need you to understand that that price said $19.99 for 132 ounces, which is only 4 ounces more than the 128 ounces that I am selling for $10. So if you are willing to go and pay for 4 ounces an additional $10, you have to understand this is why they feel justified in continuously running up those prices.
If a national brand manufacturer has more capacity in their production than they know what to do with, they'll probably just sell that excess inventory to a private label.
When you compare it to the most of the Fortune 500 stores that you consider to be discount, what I do, I just open them up and, pull them out, break the 5 gallon buckets down.
While we can't speak for all generic products out there, I'm sure some of them are absolute trash, the reality is that many of them are identical to, or on par with, or even better than the national brand competitors. This
the 150 ounce Downy that they sell. Walmart, it is $23.39. eBay, it is $24.98. $27 on some TikTok shop. Costco cart, $19.72. So you get, that's 2 gallons was out of that. Left out of that bucket.
And there is truth to the adage, a good name is more valuable than great riches. Without a name for yourself, you can't build trust, and old school generic brands literally had no name. Well, until no.
Compound not having a name and the lack of access to capital resources to fund commercial and advertising to build a name with the already self-hate that is taught within the black community to have distrust on one another, you have an almost insurmountable task as a black person trying to build a business in your community, servicing your own people. And your people are the very people who reject the supporting of this business, has the best opportunity to benefit from your business being in existence within their community, but due to us being so embedded in this white supremacy that our distrust from each other's allow you to overlook me in Milwaukee on a regular basis and go to your oppressors and support and empower them at your own financial expense. So as you see, none of these people come comparatively close to my prices. But the only reason why they haven't been forced to lower their prices is because you don't understand the significance in using your dollar as a vote, and voting to take your money someone else forces them to have to be more competitive. So shopping locally and supporting local businesses and more competition gives the consumer more leverage. This is what we fail to understand. Black people, we need a real awakening, and you have to recognize that me as an African American who promote unapologetically black upliftment and is actually servicing goods to my community, that I am worth taking and listening to when I present to you a plan for our upliftment. We have to start taking personal responsibility for what we choose to empower. And especially for the black community, we have to understand that our refusal to circulate wealth within our own community is a direct correlation to the crime within our community, because that refusal to support wealth within our own community is just aided by the fact that whites have already, the government, economically castrated our communities. We have to understand that black people are some of the biggest white supremacists that you're gonna ever come across.
3% is spent in the black community with people that don't look like us, but what's sad is that 95% is spent outside of the black community with the very same people that we claim are oppressors.
According to this chart, what is the biggest driver of inflation during the pandemic? The dark blue is the recent period.
It would be corporate profits.
And what is that percentage?
It is 54%, and that number does stay that level of high if you update that number to more recent numbers as well.
Come on, my black people, we need to wake up. Black people are some of the biggest white supremacists. Versus my price, $5.
So over half of the increased prices people are paying are coming from increases in corporate profits.
Yes.
Because I'm in front of Walmart right now selling products. So you would notice the size of Walmart parking lot. Notice the race of people in Walmart parking lot, black people. So black people ride past me selling products cheaper than Walmart, higher quality than Walmart, but will prefer to support their oppressor rather than support one of their own.
CEO of Kroger recently said,
"A little bit of inflation is always good in our business."
Lindsay Owens runs a progressive economic think tank that scours the earnings calls corporations hold for stock analysts and investors, like this one from Constellation Brands, which sells beer, wine, and spirits.
We're going to look at this on a market-by-market basis, brand-by-brand basis, and we'll take as much pricing as we think the consumer can absorb.
Dishwashing liquid, gallons, $10. That's how much they charge at Walmart. 75 ounces. I'll sell 128 ounces for $10. They sell you 75 ounces for $8.94.
Black people people have to ask us an honest question. In what world can you give away 98% of your economic buying power to your historical arch nemesis and honestly believe that we're about to come up? I mean, make it make sense. That doesn't sound like a group of people that is tired of racism. It sounds like a group of people that is funding it.
I'd rather spend my money with the white man. House niggas are us. I just want you to understand that.
It is this mentality that allows Europeans to continue